standing tall.
Yeah. Wait up. Sorry, I'm a little low on sleep. We're gonna kick it one more time. The mind reader, the Catalina beat Seeger leader, the beat repeater, the Hindustan Kush breather. The big serve piece leader, the beach reader, not believer slash heat seeker, lush life street sweeper. The brain leaker, the take me by the hand leader, the jam leader.
Es decir, para mí el fascismo no está ligado nada más a lo que fue el gobierno de Mussolini o el nazismo de Hitler, sino que corresponde a toda manera arbitraria de ejercer el poder, toda manera brutal de ejercer el poder, toda manera totalitaria de ejercer el poder. Para mí se le puede calificar de fascismo. Pero al mismo tiempo también en las relaciones humanas, cuando una persona ejerce una dominación sobre otra y cuando esa dominación se ejerce de manera brutal, se puede decir también que es una actitud fascista. Entonces, como se luchó en el pasado contra esa manera de ejercer la dominación de una manera brutal, pues mientras siga ejerciéndose esa manera de la autoridad sobre otros de una manera también brutal y coercitiva, pues hay que continuar a luchar contra ese fascismo.
When we talk about fascism, I think we have to remember a couple of things. First of all, people think it's about racism. It has a history of being concerned with racism. But the term fascism comes from 3 sticks, which were the symbols of authority in the Roman Empire. What's central to fascism is centralized authority, authoritarian government. And we see quite clearly that though we claim to be living in liberal democracies that are spreading all over the world, what we find is more and more centralization, particularly of power, and more authority. And connected to that, in order to make that power more secure, a significant loss of civil liberties. After the Twin Towers in the United States of America, under the Patriot Act, we saw an awful lot of loss of civil liberties. Under the Blair government in Britain, again, more and more civil liberties have been taken away. What we're finding in the world today is a process of ever greater control, where people have less and less real control over their own lives. This is something that we need to resist for many reasons. Not only do we need to live in a world without exploitation and oppression, but also we need to live in a world that's sustainable, a world that future people can enjoy as well as ourselves. And that means we have to resist those forces that are bringing us together in an authoritarian system that is destructive of people and the planet. To save the planet as well as to produce lives that are worthwhile for human beings, we need to resist this ever greater process of centralization, oppression and authoritarianism.
Se ani tak nebojím vlastně nácků jako takových,
protože si myslím, že je jich poměrně málo a ta většinová společnost je odsuzuje. A já se bojím spíš takový té relativizace věcí, kdy se začíná rozmlžovat nebo se věci rozmlžovat, nebo se srovnává nesrovnatelné. A to si myslím, že je možná ještě nebezpečnější, protože pak je pro tu většinovou společnost jednodušší přijímat ty extrémnější názory, protože jsou rádoby zabalený v něčem, co tak extrémní není.
Jak se bavíte? Je to tady Praha! Mayday Fest!
It's important to fight fascism, and I think it's very important at the moment. It's very important not just because of the present, but also because of the possible developments of the next years. Because I think what happens in a period of crisis, I think what we are going to see is probably a deepening crisis of capitalism throughout the world. In other words, that there will be more unemployment, there will be more frustration, there will be more difficulty for people to live up to their expectations. And I think what happens then is that people become angry, and I think they are right to become angry. It is very wonderful to become angry, but that sometimes the anger goes completely the wrong way, that the anger turns against particular groups of people, it turns against foreigners, it turns against gypsies, it turns against women, it turns against gays, it turns against anybody who's seen to be different. So that when there is a period of crisis, then I think there is a period of social anger. And the danger with this social anger is that it can become a fascist anger. It can become an anger that is destructive of people, but that actually preserves the system, because it diverts our attention from the real problems. So I think it's very, very important to say now, yes, we must be angry, but not angry in that way, not angry against people, not angry against particular groups. I think that's what I see as being the importance of anti-fascism at the moment. It's not a question of saying, oh no, don't be angry, everything is all right. It's really a question of saying, yes, of course we should be angry, but not against these groups. What we must be angry against is the way that the world is organized. It's the capitalist system, it's the rule of money. That is what we should be angry against.
My jsme chtěli hrozně všem poděkovat, že jste dneska přišli na čtvrtý Mayday. Že jste tady vytvořili tu fantastickou atmosféru. Ale nebylo to dneska a 1. máje jenom o Praze, nebylo to jenom o Mayday, bylo to taky o Brně, kde se sešlo jednou tolik lidí na blokádě, těch skurvených zaslaných nácků. Takže naše obrovský dík patří všem, kteří přijeli dneska do Brna, ukázat těm šejnům, že tyhle společnosti není lhostejný, co si myslí, co chtějí hlásat a co chtějí dělat. Takže dneska to dopadlo tak, že v České republice proběhly 2 úspěšné obrovské akce a my jsme na to kurva